Hi everyone, Christine Bullock, fitness and health professional. Thanks for tuning back into my YouTube. And today I'm bringing you the 5 best exercise for long, sleek, dancer looking thighs. Let's get started. So we're gonna start on the ground and we're gonna start in an all fours position. What you're gonna see in all of these exercises is that not only are you toning the muscle, typically in a lengthened position, in an elongated position, instead of crunching it in, which creates shorter muscle, you're gonna see that I'm adding stretches in. So these exercises may look a bit new to you, but I promise they've made a huge change in the appearance of my own body and of all my clients. So first of all, let's start in just a simple downward dog. Many of us have heard of this. So hands underneath shoulders, feet about hip distance. You're gonna press your hips up and back. And this makes for a good starter exercise too. You're gonna take a single leg down dog, reach that leg as high as you can into the sky, like really reach through the body. And then you're gonna bring the leg into a plank, pull the knee in, and you're gonna twist it to the side and set it down in that nice lengthened position. But guess what? You have to lift it again. So I want you to lift it up there, switch it back, and reach up. So you can go at a moderate pace here. I mean, it's really about the length in this. You're obviously getting abdominals. The opposite leg is lengthening and stretching too through the hamstring to give you those like long, sleek, model looking legs as well. So that's your first exercise. Second, you're gonna stay in all fours and knees underneath hips. First thing I want you to do is step your foot outside a hand. So right foot outside right hand, and you're gonna get this stretch through like your piriformis, your glutes, your low back. This is just awesome to do every day. And you can allow those hips to kind of come forward and stretch through that quadricep in the back and the inner thigh. Again, we get these bulky quadriceps. Don't want that if you want long, sleek looking thighs. Then you're gonna push the hips back to normal, pick this leg up, reach it nice and long and around, and kick it not only just to all fours, but like past that leg, because I want you to think about lengthening through the quadricep on this leg. And again, you're gonna bring it around nice and long, press down, and then again, reach. And you can always start just by bending the knee. That might be easier for you. But remember, this is the long, lean leg, so I want you to think about keeping everything nice and long and stretching that back thigh too. I love that. It's a good, it seems difficult at first, and if it is, it means that you're really tight, and that's why your muscles might start to seem a little more bulky, so work on that. It's just a really youthful exercise as well. All right, third, we're gonna get a little bit more difficult if you have tight hips. You probably do if you work out a lot. So you're gonna start in a plank, and you're basically just gonna cross the leg behind you. Again, long, lean legs. You're gonna bring it in to a pigeon pose, or as much as you can, and drop down. Now you can keep that back leg like just bent. You don't have to go all the way down at first. So you just wanna drop down, get a little stretch, pressures in the hands, and then lift back up and reach it long behind you. Again, pull it in. I'm getting a lot of abdominal work. You can drop the hips a bit, stretch the quadricep in the back, and reach back. And pull in, lengthen, lift, and pull back. I mean, you'll notice you're getting a full body workout with all of these as well. All right, 2 more exercises. You're gonna come up to standing. First one is just something we used to use in ballet all the time. It's kind of like a rond de jambe. So you're gonna start with your legs slightly turned out. That's part of the whole lengthening of the legs here, is like lifting up out of the calf. So look, I can be lengthening here and thinking, now I want you to watch this. That's me really lifting up through my quadricep and pulling it into my abdominals. Loose legs, I look like I'm tall. Engaged legs, really like lifting up and lengthening. So think about that. You're gonna take one leg back behind you, and you're just gonna bend through the knee and drop it back. Make sure this knee isn't turning in here. Push through, because that way you're working through the inner and outer thigh, one of those really big trouble areas for, creating sleek long thighs. So you're gonna lower, you can add arms, and you're just gonna bring it forward and twist. And lower, and pull up. A lot of core work so that I'm not heavy in my feet here. Lots of lengthening from head to toe. And this works, like I said, on both thighs, that inner and outer thigh. And last but not least, if you like a really heavy workout, you might think this one's a little strange, but this has made one of the most dramatic changes in all my clients' shape of their thighs to create like that Victoria's Secret looking long thigh, even if you're 5 foot. So back to the stretches. I'm gonna do it to the side here. It's dance or posing yoga. We'll use this in Bikram. So you just wanna bend your arm, palm up to the sky. You may hear my kid playing around there too in the background. And then you're gonna bend one foot, take the inner portion of the thigh. When I started, this was where I was. This was my stretch. Reach the opposite arm up. And what you're gonna do here is pull up through the abdominals and push down through the knee, so you're lengthening from knee all the way up. Lengthening the quadricep. Then push into your hand. You're working the muscle this way, and if you want, you can start to lift the thigh. Think about keeping the chest up though for as long as you can, and then if you want to, you can start to lower it down. I'm gonna just do one more time, get in here so I can kind of focus on it for you. And lift. And then what I do is I release it and then push into it to lift more. Release it and push into it to lift more. And that way you're working the muscle in a stretch position. It helps to open up really tight muscle, tight fascia, and you're still actually toning the muscle of the front and obviously like the muscle back here too, creating that long lean look. So 5 new exercises I bet you haven't seen before from Christine Bullock, because I give you the best stuff to create long, lean thighs.